I just think, and you know way better than me,
Yeah.
but like, it just feels like people are jealous of this new little wave of.
They are,
rookies.
but I just hate that because like, this is what we've always wanted as a league. So like, who cares who gets the credit? And if you're smart, you're making money off of them.
Yeah.
Like you are literally making money from the viewership.
And why bully the person who is like not 100% responsible, but like has a huge role in growing your sport?
Dude, and it literally like pisses me off when people are like, she's not the face of the league.
Who would be?
What?
What if I told you one athlete just shattered an entire media empire? Sophie Cunningham didn't just speak her truth. She detonated a decades-old playbook controlling women's basketball. While legacy outlets scrambled to spin narratives, she went nuclear. No filters, no PR teams, just raw authenticity. And the fallout? A seismic shift in who controls the story. Stick around. This isn't just about basketball. It's about power, rebellion, and why every athlete is watching. If you're tired of scripted sports drama, hit like now. This is the video they don't want you to share.
Did you see that when DB came back and played for us, that they got mad that our fan base was booing her?
I don't believe in booing former players unless they left on like some type shit.
Sophie Cunningham didn't just host a podcast. She detonated a media grenade. On Show Me Something, she dissected Diana Bonner's exit from the Indiana Fever with surgical precision. No publicists whispering in her ear. No network executives editing her words. For the first time, fans heard the unfiltered reality. Bonner's sudden departure. The silence toward teammates. The simmering tension no ESPN segment would touch.
But she got to Indiana and she just like really wasn't happy. And like, I want people to be happy. So that's why I'm kind of like neutral on this one, which a lot of people are surprised about. She's towards the end of her career. So like, she deserves her flowers. She deserves to be happy. But I also think that if you're going to leave, like, you're going to have to expect getting booed. Like,
Was there explanation when it happened? No. Not even privately? Yeah, I mean, okay. That's tough. And, yeah, okay. Well, I did say what? Unless you leave on some you type shit, and that's what that is, so.
yeah.
This wasn't recycled gossip. It was a revelation straight from the locker room's heartbeat. While traditional outlets spun sterile narratives about team chemistry, Sophie's raw honesty exploded across platforms. Overnight, millions realized athletes no longer need interpreters. The game changed in one recording. Players now hold the mic. The numbers tell a terrifying story for media gatekeepers. Sophie's follower count didn't grow. It erupted from 350,000 to 1.6 million on TikTok, from 200,000 to 1.1 million on Instagram in days.
I went from I think like
Followers, yeah.
350,000 and like maybe 200,000 on TikTok.
You had 200,000 on TikTok a month ago?
No,
Before the fight.
Before the fight, and then I had like 350 on 100,000 on Instagram. Over the night, or over like a day and a half, over 1 million on both. Insane. This is coming from me though, dude. I got tired of seeing myself.
I get it.
And I love myself.
Oh, I get it.
I love myself. I was over it.
Her offhand joke, I got tired of seeing myself, masked a revolution. Her audience now dwarfs the combined reach of the WNBA's most credentialed insiders. And here's what haunts the old guard. She built this while networks downplayed Caitlin Clark's historic performances. Fans weren't just clicking follow. They were starving for someone who'd say the quiet parts loud. Sophie handed them truth, and they crowned her the new voice of the game.
Really good, well-known people in our league. I'm not discrediting them. Like, we have a lot of badasses in our league.
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah to that. I'm all for that. But when people try to argue that she's not the face of our league,
Yeah.
or if our league would be where we're at without her, you're dumb as shit.
Yeah.
You're literally dumb.
Colin Cowherd's of Volume didn't partner with Sophie to be charitable. They made a ruthless calculation. While ESPN treated the WNBA as a niche corner of sports, Cowherd saw nuclear potential in athlete-led storytelling. Sophie's podcast wasn't tucked away on a women's sports channel. It sat alongside LeBron's The Shop and Draymond's interviews. This was a declaration. Player authenticity beats polished corporate content. No more begging for airtime. No more filtered sound bites. The partnership screamed a new reality. Stars like Sophie aren't asking for a seat at the table. They're building bigger tables.
One of the biggest stars the WNBA's ever
Who's that?
had. Her name rhymes with Schmaitland.
Heartland?
Yeah. What has that been like, seeing her not only kind of transform a league, but also just be like,
No,
is that fair to say?
not even just the league, but like
The
women's
sport,
basketball as a whole around the
Yeah.
world. No, I think it's awesome. I think it's so funny because she's like 22, 23 years old and the whole world is watching her.
For decades, WNBA players followed an unspoken rule: protect the veterans, bury the drama. Sophie burned that playbook. She called out Bonner's exit with brutal clarity: send a text, say sorry it didn't work out. Then she ripped open the league's deepest wound, the resentment toward Caitlin Clark's stardom. Her words weren't reckless, they were strategic. If you argue Clark isn't the face of the league, you're not paying attention. This wasn't gossip. It was a takedown of a system that valued silence over truth.
You have seen players in our league try to like toughen up Caitlin. We call her CC. For even when I wasn't on her team, like I know the talks that Phoenix had in the locker room of like, no, we're gonna prove her, we're gonna show her what the W really is. You know what I mean? And like I get it to a certain extent, and like every rookie coming into the league, that's how you're gonna treat them. But
Right.
there's just more.
Veterans froze, executives panicked, and fans? They finally heard the conversation the league tried to mute. Sophie didn't just offend Caitlin Clark. She weaponized her connection to Clark's 22 million strong fan base. While media painted Clark as polarizing, Sophie spoke to her supporters in a language they craved: unapologetic, fierce, and real. She exposed locker room whispers. Phoenix vowed, "We'll show her what the W really is," then dropped the hammer. If even I think it's gone too far, you know it's toxic.
So it's her second year. And like now being on her team and like seeing it, I'm like, what are people doing? Like actually it's just too much. And
Yeah.
like it's just, I'm over it. And if I'm saying it's too much,
Traditional outlets bled viewers. Sophie's engagement skyrocketed. Why? She refused to both sides the issue. She chose the fans over filters and proved whose voice actually matters. Sophie exposed sports media's darkest secret. Middlemen are obsolete. Reporters once controlled everything: access, framing, even timing. Athletes begged for coverage. Fans got spoon-fed narratives. Sophie flipped the script when she ran about WNBA officiating. Refs are too emotionally invested. Millions understood instantly.
the thing that I have the biggest issue about the female sides of refs is like, they're so emotional. Like the guys, no, the NBA officials, like the NBA players fuck those officials like no
Oh,
other.
yeah.
Like I've worked broadcast, I've been to games, I'm friends with these people. They fuck them.
Yeah.
And the only person that I've ever seen able to like mother a ref on the women's side is Diana Taurasi.
And they like take it.
Yeah, they had to.
Yeah, they have
And
to.
like, but when she's probably one of the worst people that I've seen go after.
No expert analysis needed. No columnist to contextualize. ESPN's frantic push for player-hosted shows? A surrender note. The gates weren't just open, they'd crumbled. Athletes now talk directly to audiences. Fans trust raw honesty over polished reporting. The power isn't shifting. It's already changed hands. This isn't just Sophie's revolution. It's a detonation that cracked the foundation of sports media. Within weeks of her podcast going nuclear, players across the league started whispering the same question: why wait for permission?
Like, I'm not saying that your job is easy, but when it is a simple call right in front of your face multiple times, what are you doing? What are you doing?
What call are you like bugged out?
All
at
of
the
them.
most? Everything.
Like, it's just like they're just so inconsistent. Like, that's my thing. Like, if you're on the other team and you're going to be finding this shit out of me,
yeah.
cool. But let me do it to
They
you.
let you. Yeah.
You know what I
You
mean?
want
Like,
consistency then.
yeah, like just give. And I think that's players across the league and like new fans across the country. Like, everyone's like, what is going on with the refs? And I'm like, I don't know. And you finding me $500 is not going to do shit.
Expect 5+ major stars to launch in censored shows by season's end. The blueprint is too powerful to ignore. Own your narrative, speak raw truth, and watch fans flock. But this is bigger than podcasts. It's rewriting athlete contracts forever. Why would a player sign away social media rights or accept gag clauses when their authentic voice can generate millions? Agents are already demanding new clauses. Personal branding sovereignty is the hottest term in negotiations. The leverage has flipped overnight.
Now, like the refs, and I'm not saying they're emotional, like the men and women, it doesn't matter the gender.
Yeah.
On our side, they are too emotionally invested and they can't take it. And I'm like,
Is it new to the WNBA that you guys are like maybe talking more shit back to refs, or has that been a thing forever?
oh, it's always been a thing.
Then there's the officiating earthquake. Sophie's viral takedown of WNBA refs. They're too emotionally invested. It's unprofessional. Ignited a firestorm even she didn't predict. Players who'd bitten their tongues for years flooded social media with stories of inconsistent calls and favoritism. Fans amplified every post with hashtag #FixTheRefs. The league office, caught off guard, hastily announced training reviews. But the real shift? Refs can no longer hide behind vague press releases. Sophie proved public pressure works. When Diana Taurasi, the only veteran who could mother officials into compliance, publicly backed Sophie's stance, the refs' isolation was complete. The lesson? Transparency isn't optional anymore. Now zoom out. What happens when every athlete becomes a media powerhouse? First, traditional networks bleed relevance. Why watch ESPN's talking heads speculate about locker room drama when you can hear it straight from Phoenix Mercury's point guard live on her Twitch stream? Second, sponsors pivot hard. Brand that once chased jersey patches now fight to sponsor player-led shows. The engagement is 10x higher. Third, league politics implode. The WNBA's protect the veterans culture? Sophie torched it by defending Caitlin Clark. Younger players now see loyalty to fans beats loyalty to outdated hierarchies. But the most explosive ripple? Fan expectations change forever. Audiences now crave conflict, not the WWE kind, but real stakes. They want unfiltered rants about bad calls. They demand takes on salary disputes without PR spin. Sterile interviews feel like museum relics next to Sophie's fiery podcast monologues. This isn't chaos. It's accountability. Players who hide behind bland cliches lose followers. Those who embrace raw storytelling gain empires. The dominoes won't stop here. College athletes are watching. Soccer stars in Europe are taking notes. Even the NBA's biggest names are rethinking their media strategies. When Sophie shouted, "We don't need translators," she gave every athlete a weapon. The gatekeepers can't rebuild the walls. The bricks are in fans' hands now. Sophie Cunningham's legacy won't live on a stat sheet. It's etched into the DNA of sports media itself. Her real power? Proving you don't need MVP trophies to be a cultural titan. All it takes is authenticity, courage, and the willingness to speak directly to the people who matter most, the fans. This isn't a side hustle. It's the future, and it's rewriting every rule athletes once accepted. The authenticity economy. For decades, athletes traded silence for access. Stay quiet. Nod politely. Let networks spin your story. Sophie exposed that bargain as a trap. Her podcast didn't just go viral. It minted value. Brands now clamor to sponsor unfiltered player content because engagement explodes when audiences smell truth. Consider this. A generic ESPN interview with a WNBA star. 50K views. Sophie ranting about refs on her show. 2.3 million views overnight. The math is ruthless. Authenticity isn't just good for branding. It's a financial superpower. Players who own their narratives control their revenue streams. No more begging for airtime. No more splitting ad dollars with networks. The message is clear. Your voice is your empire. Traditional media survives on control. Edit out the controversial bits. Smooth the edges. Keep everyone safe. Sophie weaponized the opposite. Raw, unfiltered humanity. When she admitted, "I got tired of seeing myself," fans didn't see vanity. They saw vulnerability. When she roasted league politics defending Caitlin Clark, they didn't see drama. They saw a defense of a teammate. This is the new contract. Fans don't want perfect. They want real. The sterile PR era is collapsing. Athletes who hide behind canned quotes bleed followers. Those who share frustrations, joys, and unfiltered opinions, they build armies. The player as empire blueprint. Sophie's partnership with The Volume wasn't a fluke. It was a masterclass in leverage. She didn't accept a women's sports slot. She demanded equal billing in a mainstream sports empire. This pivot reveals a new hierarchy. Build direct access. Podcasts, TikTok, Instagram lives. Cut every middleman. Monetize trust. Sponsors pay 10x more to reach engaged, loyal audiences. Scale influence. Use platforms like Colin Cowherd's network for amplification, not validation. Young athletes now see the path. Skip the paying dues phase. Go straight to the people. Indiana Fever rookies already launched podcasts before their first tip-off. Why wait? The fan revolution. This isn't just about athletes. It's about audience liberation. Fans are done being spoon-fed narratives. They crave uncensored access, locker room truths, contract gripes, ref criticism, emotional stakes, rivalries, passion, raw reactions, not robotic interviews. Shared ownership. When Sophie says, "You know it's toxic," fans feel heard. They're not consumers. They're co-creators of the story. This bond terrifies old media. ESPN can't manufacture it. The Athletic can't source it. It only exists when athletes treat fans as equals. Traditional media's extinction event. Legacy outlets face a brutal choice. Evolve or die. Partner with players as equals, not talent. Let them control framing, editing, and distribution. Become a megaphone, not a gatekeeper. Irrelevance. Clutch outdated models. Controlled access. Sanitize quotes, corporate narratives. Watch audiences vanish. ESPN's Frantic Player Show pitches a surrender flag. The volume success? Proof collaboration beats control. The global domino effect. Sophie's playbook is spreading like wildfire. WNBA. 5+ stars preparing in censored shows, sources confirm. NBA, stars demanding narrative clauses in contracts. Soccer, UEFA players launching TikTok exposés on refereeing. Olympics, athletes bypassing IOC press conferences for Instagram Live. The genie won't go back in the bottle. Athletes now know their truth has value, and fans will pay to hear it. The ultimate power shift. Sophie's greatest lesson? Influence, obedience. Obey the old rules. Get 10-second sound bites on SportsCenter. Own your voice. Build a media empire that outlasts your career. The next generation gets it. They're hiring social media coaches, not PR handlers. They're filming documentaries, not waiting for 30 for 30. The game has changed, and Sophie wrote the rules. Sophie Cunningham didn't just break the WNBA's media machine. She ripped off its mask to reveal a hollow shell. For decades, leagues and networks peddled a myth. Athletes need gatekeepers to tell their stories. Sophie vaporized that lie overnight. The genie's out, and it's not going back. Players own their narratives. Fans demand unfiltered access. Giants like ESPN aren't adapting. They're panicking. This isn't sports gossip. It's a cultural detonation. Sophie proved that authenticity isn't just good content, it's oxygen for a suffocating industry. While traditional outlets cling to tired formulas, sanitized interviews, selective editing, trusted insider tropes, athletes like her are rewriting the script. No more permission slips. Players speak when and how they want. No more filters. Raw emotion, polished PR. No more gatekeepers. Fans follow the player, not the platform. The fallout? A chain reaction no executive can stop. College athletes now see. Build your audience before you're drafted. Retired legends realize your voice still matters. Even coaches and agents are pivoting, shifting from damage control to empowerment coaching. The old guard scramble. ESPN's Player Show pitches. NBC's desperate TikTok deals is an innovation. It's surrender. Sophie's a spark, but the fire belongs to everyone. When a role player's podcast outraws primetime SportsCenter, it's not luck, it's proof. Truth beats spin. Always, the revolution's here. And Sophie, she's not just a soldier, she's the blueprint. If you believe athletes should control their narratives, smash subscribe and turn on notifications. Stay ahead, this story's exploding. Drop spicy Sophie in the comments if you're rooting for the new era.